D1 action drawing to a close here in Conway. The lights are on and the stage is set. For the Lady Badgers of Beebe, it's a chance to capture the state title that eluded the program nearly 2 decades ago, while Sheridan looks to reclaim the state's top spot, a title and a championship the Hornets last held in 2019. It's the 5A State Softball Championship on Arkansas PBS Sports. Welcome to Forrest Field at Natalie Shock Stadium alongside the former Razorback, Sydney Parlee. I'm Dorian Kraft. Sheridan and Beebe have already met once this season. It was an 11-0 victory in favor of the Hornets, but that game was all the way back on March the 9th. It was just the second game of the year for the Lady Badgers. Sydney, do you put any stock in that outcome?
Absolutely not. For the Lady Badgers, they were a completely different team at that point. Pitching staff has changed since then, and they just have a different mentality since that second game of the season.
Lexi Delaney is that star in both the circle and the lineup for the Lady Badgers. She is in the 4 spot tonight. She is going to be a force to be reckoned with.
And like you said, Lexi Delaney is a force to be reckoned with in the circle, but offensively, out of 83 at-bats this season, she's only had 2 strikeouts. That shows how well she is in the box.
Beebe trying to capture their first ever state title. Meanwhile, for Sheridan, they know what it takes to bring home a championship. The Hornets did it 4 years in a row from 2016 to 2019. They thought last year was going to be the year that they were finally able to break back through to the final, hampered by injuries, but they are back here in 2024. A big reason for that, Skylar Starrett at the top of the lineup.
And sophomore Skylar Starrett, she is that true triple threat at the top of the lineup already this season. 44 stolen bases, 10 homers. That just shows the power that she has, and she is capable of using small ball as well.
Neither one of these teams big on the power numbers, but speed to burn, especially on the side of the Sheridan Yellow Jackets. They come into tonight 27-2 overall. Meanwhile, for the Beebe Badgers, they sit at 26-4. They dropped their regular season finale at Magnet Cove. That was a 3-2 game, but head coach says they are the hottest team that she has ever had. That is head coach Sarah Fleener, who of course played for Beebe, her alma mater, as part of those 2 state final teams in 2005 and 2007. For the Beebe Badgers, the lineup: Kylie Wooten, the first baseman, leading things off. The Caldwell sisters, Phoebe and Frankie, back-to-back. Lexi Delaney in the 4 spot. Haley Schellenbarger, Haley Faith, Tatum Howell, Madison Jones, Allison Elkins, and Jordan Leffert rounding out the lineup for the Beebe Badgers. And they will be taking on Callie Kilburn in the circle for the Sheridan Hornets. The lefty getting the start today for Sheridan as we take a look at the defense that is rolling behind her. Kilburn in the circle, Emma Goodman behind the plate, Wilson, Chloe Clark, Starrett, Lem, and then around the outfield, Jaden Ashcraft, Chloe Ashmead, and Cooper Terry left to right in the outfield.
And what Beebe can expect from seeing from Callie Kilburn today is she is that stiff southpaw. She's going to sit 62 to 63. She heavily relies upon her curve changeup 2-seam fastball combo. That 2-seam fastball she is going to run inside on the hands of these hitters.
Kilburn 12-0 on the season, 1.36 ERA, 83 strikeouts. Opposing batters hitting just 177 against the senior southpaw. Moments away from first pitch here on Ferris Field in the 5A state championship game, the second of 2 state finals. And we are underway. A first pitch strike delivered to Wooten.
And what a first pitch that is by Callie Kilburn.
Kilburn wanting to work ahead quickly to these Beebe hitters. The 0-1. Chopped over to second. Clark has it over to first. Easy out to start off the game.
And that's the kind of statement you want to make coming in. First pitch, first at bat by Kilburn. She throws that 2-seam fastball back-to-back to get the leadoff hitter out.
The shortstop, Phoebe Caldwell, stepping in. .394 on the season for Caldwell. A pair of doubles, a triple, 19 RBI. looped into shallow left field. That's going to drop for a base hit, as Caldwell has the first hit of the day for Beebe.
And that's a solid piece of hitting by Caldwell, stepping in the box. The two-seam fastball runs up and in on her hands, as you can see here. She just gets her barrel inside of it and is able to lift it in front of Jaden Ashcraft in left field.
The tweeners count the same as power hits.
It's always that hit in the triangle that always seems to drop for a base hit.
Frankie Caldwell, the sophomore, fouling back the first pitch.
And Dorian, I'm already loving seeing a runner at first, even though there's one out, scoring around a bunt to move a runner. This is something that Beebe is going to do. They are going to apply the pressure on Sheridan's defense by utilizing the small ball.
Can be a lost start as the 0-1 squared again, dropped in front of the pitcher, only plays to first base. Kilburn delivers a strike, two outs here in the top of the first inning, but Phoebe Caldwell standing on second base.
And for Callie Kilburn, being a left-handed pitcher, at times that's a really hard bunt to field as a left-handed pitcher, going towards the first baseline and having to spin around to get the out. And especially with the speed of Caldwell getting down the first baseline, that's a great job getting the out by Kilburn.
Sheridan and Beebe, two teams that are very similar in terms of their offensive makeup, as the first pitch misses low to Lexi Delaney, trying to help her own cause here in the top of the first inning. The 1-0. Taken for a low strike to even the count. Lexi Delaney has been an integral part of this BB team her first year after transferring over from Hazen, not just in terms of her position in the batting order, but also filling out the rotation inside the circle. That one sails just a bit wide. The count now 2-1 in favor of Delaney.
I always love watching pitchers hit because they have that pitcher's eye when they step in the batter's box. Always have such great plate discipline.
Pitchers and catchers, they know the strike zone better than anyone.
Absolutely.
The 2-1. Swung on and missed. That's a big cut from Delaney, the count 2-2.
That is a huge cut by Delaney, but a huge pitch by Callie Kilburn with a runner in scoring position. That rise ball just breaking off the outer part of the plate away from Delaney.
The 2-2, fouled away. Beebe threatening here in the top of the first inning. A one-out single by Caldwell before she was sacrificed into scoring position. The 2-2, lined softly over to the left side, the throw over to first in time. Delaney retired by Lem as Beebe gets one on but cannot bring her around. Caldwell stranded at second. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Still no score here in the 5A state championship. You're watching the Arkansas baseball and softball state championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Arkansas PBS needs to add 2,500 new members by June 30th. If we succeed, we receive a gift of $45,000. We are just over halfway there, but with less than 2 months remaining, we need your help. If you're already a member, thank you. If you're not, your donation moves us one step closer to that $45,000 gift. Visit myarkansaspbs.org and donate today.
For every moment, for every memory, from that first car to your first home, to your first child, and all the highs and lows that tomorrow might bring. For everything that matters most to you and your family, there's someone right around the corner dedicated to helping you protect what you love. Your local Farm Bureau Insurance agent. Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
1, 2, 3, turn it up! Whoa. What's going on in here? Let's go!
The Arkansas Department of Health is proud to support, spotlight, and celebrate Arkansas student athletes and Arkansas PBS Sports. Escape the vape. Learn more about the hazards of vaping at projectpreventar.org. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Still no score here in the 5A state championship as Sheridan was able to work around a one-out single. Beebe stranded a runner. Could not push anyone across as Sheridan steps to the plate. It'll be Skylar Sterrett, Chloe Ashmead, and Mary Lem starting things off for the Hornets, and they will be going up against the lefty Lexi Delaney. 10-3 on the season, getting her 17th start of the year. First pitch, tap foul.
And for Lexi Delaney, we've got a great lefty-lefty matchup here tonight. Lexi Delaney is a down ball pitcher. She occasionally utilizes her changeup, and she really likes to work east to west with her screw curve mix.
Is lefty-lefty as big of a matchup in softball as it is in baseball?
I love a good lefty-lefty matchup. Baseball, softball, I'm always for it.
Do you and Evan have that debate?
Yeah, we may have it. We've got a lot of debates between baseball and softball, to say the least.
The 0-1 in the turf to even the count at 1-1. Delaney has allowed 42 hits on the season, 27 runs, 17 have been earned. Has only walked 16 compared to 75 strikeouts with a 1.75 ERA. Opposing batters hitting just 167. The 1-1. Screwballs catches the inside corner for a strike. Sterrett hitting .553 on the season, 6 triples, 10 home runs. The 1-2. Bounces in the turf, 2-2.
That was a great pitch on a 1-2 count, taking that off-speed pitch that gets in the dirt. And for Skylar Sterrett, being the leadoff hitter, personally, when I played, wasn't a big numbers girl, but being in that leadoff spot, batting, having a .643 on-base percentage, that is getting the job done at the top of the lineup.
Lined into right field. That ball's going to get down. It will get to the fence. Sterrett turning the corner. She's headed for third. She is in with a leadoff triple for Sheridan.
Skylar Sterrett, pump me up. That is a way to get the inning started. Let's take another look at this swing. Up and in pitch on her hand. She gets her barrel out in front, and the extension on this swing, driving it to the right field wall. And with the speed she has around the base path, she legs it out for a triple.
We talked to head coach Scott Hoffman prior to the game, and he said, you know what, we don't really consider batting average. What we consider is quality contact, and you're not going to see a better example of quality contact than that ball there by Skylar Sterrett.
That is a solid piece of hitting.
The offering bunted through by Chloe Ashmead. Ashmead hitting .407 on the season, 22 RBI, trying to pick up number 23 to give Sheridan an early lead here in the 5A state title.
And with the speed and the true triple threat that we're going to see from Sterrett and Ashmead at the top of the lineup, it just applies so much pressure.
Ball put in place, Sterrett on the move. The only plays to first, not in time. It scoots into the outfield as Sheridan strikes first.
And with the big offensive numbers that Sheridan puts up, just displaying already the pressure putting on, starting off with Sterrett's triple. And this is a nice, let's take another look at this swing. And then a nice soft slap by Ashmead as she gets around this pitch, pulling it to the right side. That is solid situational hitting right there.
They have yet to call that a hit or an error. I think it should go down as a hit. There was no way that Ashmead was going to be out at first. Sterrett was on the move either way as Ashmead moves to second as the pitch kicks away, and already Sheridan a runner on second. No one away here in the bottom of the first inning. And Sydney Sheridan, we saw them when they came in. They were loud, they were loose, they were dancing. There was pom-poms in the dugout. This was a team that was playing very, very free, looking free coming into the start of this game.
And you've got to play free. You've got to, as much as you can, eliminate the nerves. And one thing that I love that Coach Hoffman talked about is he was like, most people don't get this opportunity, so dig in and make the most of it and have fun. At the end of the day, have fun and enjoy the moment.
Beebe head coach Sarah Fleener out in the circle talking to her infield. Coach Fleener knows what it's like to be in this moment. She was part of the 2 Beebe teams that made it to the state finals back in 2005 and 2007. They fell in both of those games by the score of 2-1. The first loss coming to Batesville. That was back when Beebe was a 4A team. And then in 2007, that was a 2-1 loss to Valonia in the 5A final. And she talked to us about really drawing from her experience in terms of settling those nerves here in this matchup. Mary Lem stepping to the plate. First pitch swinging over to third. Through the wickets as Lem will reach on the error. Ashmead stays put at second. This is a formidable batting lineup for the Sheridan Hornets, who's already seen Sterrett, Ashmead, Lem, all hitting over 400. Coming to the plate, Cooper Terry, hitting 362. There we go. Callie Kilburn moving up in the lineup today. She's 8 of her last 17. Coach Hoffman said, feeling really good about the way that she's swinging the bat as of late. Mason Wilson, Jaden Ashcraft, Emma Goodman, and Emma Harrell rounding out the lineup for Sheridan. Chloe Clark is the flex player. She'll be playing second, not in the batting order. Sheridan trying to hang a crooked number here in the bottom of the first inning. Tapped, chopped, only play is to first, and they will get Terry. Both runners advance. That is the first out of the inning, and the Beebe Badgers defense. It's Callie Kilburn in the circle, Emma Goodman behind the plate. Wooten at first, Elkins at second, Caldwell at short and third. Those are the Caldwell sisters, left to right around the outfield. Haley Faith, Tatum Howell, and Haley Schellenbarger. First pitch ball to Kilburn. We talked about pitchers, you love to see them. Lefty on lefty matchup once again. The 1-0 swung on and missed. That was a better drop ball there.
That is a great drop ball by Lexi Delaney. And talking about the lefty-lefty matchup, it is extremely hard as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher, especially for Delaney that has that lethal drop ball that just falls off the table that she utilizes away from left-handed hitters on the outer part of the plate.
Bunts through the pitch. Why is facing a lefty so difficult for a lefty batter?
Because it is going to completely cut across the zone. It looks as though it starts at your front hip as a left-handed hitter, and then it just continues to break right before the plate, getting that outside part.
You're talking about a curveball coming from a left-handed pitcher.
So the biggest thing is understanding to stay inside of it and to stay through it.
Kilburn understands she needed to foul that ball off to stay alive.
And one thing about Sheridan so far throughout their lineup, let's take another look at this pitch as she shows bunt, pulls back to get to contact, just does enough to foul it off to stay alive.
The 1-2. Upstairs, good snag behind the plate by Jones.
And for Sheridan so far through the half of their lineup, they are attacking early in the count. When Delaney is leaving it through the middle of the plate, they're jumping all over it. They are not wasting good pitches.
First 7 batters in the Sheridan lineup, all hitting over 300 on the season. The 2-2. Tapped, foul. Good at bat here from Kilburn.
And one of the biggest things that Coach Hoffman talked about going into this game is just being the offense that takes the ones. So just having the mentality of going base to base, past the bat, and they have displayed that so far through the bottom of the first inning.
Sheridan comes in on an 8-game winning streak. The 2-2 swung on and missed. Strike 3. Back-to-back outs for Beebe.
Delaney settling in, doing what she does best. Her bread and butter is pounding the lower half of the zone. And between Terry's last at bat and then Kilburn's with the big strikeout, she's utilizing her drop ball at the bottom half of the zone.
No let up in the Hornets lineup. Mason Wilson hitting .337. Swings through the drop ball for a first pitch strike.
Let's take another look at this pitch. Just so precise on the outer part of the plate. The way that the ball curves away from Kilburn.
That curveball going to be coming into the hands of the righties. The 0-1. That one curves too far in. Wilson wears it on the hip, and now the bases are loaded. There are 2 away, but Sheridan really with an opportunity here to break things open in the bottom of the first.
This is a huge moment for Jaden Ashcraft, who is about to step in the box. Bases loaded, bottom of the first inning. They have already applied pressure on the Badgers defense. This could be a moment where, like you said, Dorian, they could really bust it open. It takes one hit in the gap to score a few runs with the speed that Sheridan has on the base path.
Conversely, if you're Beebe, 2 outs, bases loaded, that does set up a force anywhere, so you have the opportunity to get out of the inning. First pitch put into play to short, it sneaks through. 1 run is in, here comes the other. Throw is up the line, over to third. Out is made, but not before Sheridan strikes for 2 more runs off of the RBI single from Jaden Ashcraft. Sheridan plates 3 in the home half of the first inning. We head to the second with the Hornets on top. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Baseball and Softball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Sustaining membership is an easy, convenient, and affordable way for you to support the programs you love on Arkansas PBS. Sustaining members make an ongoing monthly contribution from either their checking account or credit card. Simply choose the monthly amount that fits your budget, and then call or go online and we'll set it up for you. Your donation will happen automatically each month, so your support will always be current. Need to make a change to your monthly gift? Just call or email us. You're always in control. Knowing we can count on a certain amount of revenue each month helps Arkansas PBS better plan for the future. Call or go online to start your sustaining membership right now.
Looks like we have some new help in the marketing department.
Action! Hi, I'm Susie Everett with Everett Buick GMC. I think you need to work on your line better. How about you do it? Family owned, customer friendly. Family owned, no friendly. Come see us at Everett Buick GMC, I-30 at Alcoa exit. Buckle up, everybody.
We never gonna stop.
Beebe playing in their first state championship since 2017. Got a little bit of a motivational message from a very famous alumni. Check it out.
Hi guys, so I heard and have seen that you guys made it to the Final Four and you have one more game to get to the state finals. I just want to tell you guys congratulations. That is such a big accomplishment that a lot of people don't get to be a part of, and so I'm really proud of you guys. Continue to just stay together and just enjoy the moment, because before you know it, it's going to go away, and so just have so much fun, and I'm so proud of you guys.
That was Arkansas third baseman Hannah Gamble, the Beebe alum, prior to Beebe's 5-2 win over Greene County Tech in the semifinal. Swung through the pitch. That evens the count at 1-1 on Haley Schellenbarger. Of course, Hannah Gamble and the Razorbacks hosting in yet another regional. They will start their NCAA tournament play tomorrow at home against SEMO.
And Hannah Gamble, being an in-state girl playing for Arkansas, she just has done big things for Arkansas over the course of the past 4 years. I may be biased, but I love seeing in-state girls that go on to play at the next level, have success, and then to send a video like that for the Badgers in their state championship game. That's just so meaningful.
The 1-1. Change up, waited on, looped over to first base for the first out. Cindy, it's not biased. You know exactly what it means to be an in-state player that goes to play for the University of Arkansas, and Sheridan head coach Scott Hoffman really talked about that when it comes to the growth of the high school sport and the levels that it's reaching over the last few years. He said it all starts in Northwest Arkansas, in Fayetteville, with what Courtney Deifel and the Razorbacks program is doing.
it brings so much excitement to the state. It brings excitement to young girls who are growing, in the game of softball in the state of Arkansas. And, that's such an interesting point that he made. I've never thought of it that way. But personally, I'm so proud to see the growth of softball in this state and where it's at today.
0-1 taken for a ball high by Haley Faith, 250 for the left fielder. Let's not discount what Central Arkansas has been able to do over the last few seasons as well. First under David Kewen, currently under Jenny Parsons. They swept the Razorbacks last year, as everyone in the state aware of, as that one misses just low and outside. UCA capturing the ASUN title last year before falling in the Tuscaloosa Regional.
Yeah, UCA, you talk about Arkansas Tech. I mean, we could go on and on. Take another look at this pitch. That's a great pitch painted on the outer part of the plate. But just the growth within the state and the amount of opportunity that is here within the state for girls to be able to play at the next level, it's tremendous.
Arkansas famously getting a little bit of a later start into fast pitch than some of the surrounding states, but are really bringing the level up across the board. You're seeing that here across this weekend in the state finals. Ball outside. Runs the count full 3-2. Sheridan struck for 3 runs in the home half of the first inning. Tapped up the middle. Over to first in time as Sterrett delivers a strike.
And that pitch up and in on the hands of Haley Faith by Kilburn. It's just that two-seam fastball that she continues to go to. But Skylar Sterrett with the cannon from shortstop over to first base.
You mentioned the two-seam fastball. It's also referred to as the bluebird around the state. It's one of the unique pitches that's infiltrating its way into the softball ranks. First pitch misses low to Tatum Howell. The two-seam fastball. The two-seam fastball has movement, much like a two-seam fastball that you see in baseball.
It's interesting because earlier in the season, you and I were calling some collegiate games, and the pitching coach referred to her pitchers utilizing a two-seam fastball. And not that it wasn't the first time that we had heard that, but it truly has different movement than the typical fastball that you see in the game of softball.
Swung on and missed as Kilburn climbs the ladder. That stays low. 2 away here in the top of the second inning. Soft liner finds its way into the outfield for the second hit. Beebe has had a lot of success with those little soft singles falling in no man's land.
Just making enough contact to get it over the middle infielder's head, but you'll take your hits as you can get them. This pitch is low in the zone that Howell just drops her barrel on and is able to get that pop slap over Sterrett's head as she was playing more in on the infield.
A runner on first, 2 away for the Lady Badgers as Madison Jones steps to the plate. Jones hitting .214 on the season, takes a first pitch strike at the knees.
And for Callie Kilburn, she has been pounding first pitch strike, and her pitch combination between the two-seam fastball, her rise ball, and then adjusting the eye level to these Badger hitters with her drop ball, that 3-pitch combo has been very effective.
Changes the eye level, goes upstairs, quickly gets the head in the count 0-2. Caught her looking. Jones down on 3 straight pitches to end the inning. The Yellow Jackets head to the bottom of the second, leading 3-0. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Baseball and Softball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Want to see even more Arkansas stories? Subscribe to Arkansas PBS on YouTube for original productions, extras from your favorite local programs, behind-the-scenes videos, and our exclusive coverage of high school sports. All available on demand and all Arkansas made. Don't miss out on more great Arkansas stories. Subscribe now.
I'll do whatever it takes to protect my family. And part of taking care of them is using a bank that takes care of us. That's why I use Centennial Bank, a strong institution for an uncertain economy. I know them and I trust them. They have a strong financial foundation, which means that my money and our future is never in doubt. Life is busy, and there's plenty of things to worry about. My bank isn't one of them.
Centennial Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Ferris Field. Sheridan, they are feeling loose with a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the second, but the Yellow Jackets, they started that way. This was them at 5:30 coming to the field. They showed up, music blaring, lots of cheering, and there's certainly lots to cheer about as they were getting their groove on before the game.
Look at those dance moves. And how about the Hawaiian skirt with the lei? I even think someone came in with the wig on. It's all about having fun and embracing the moment. You may only experience this once in your lifetime.
Well, should this score continue in favor of Sheridan, there will be a lot for the Jackets to dance and cheer about as they are trying to capture their first state championship since 2019. The last of their 4 state championship run from 2016 to 2019. Made it to the semifinals 2 years ago before falling in the quarters last season. First pitch ball to Emma Goodman. It's Goodman, Harold, Sterrett due up here in the home half of the second inning for Sheridan. Lexi Delaney back out in the circle for Beebe. Surrendered 3 runs on 3 hits in the bottom of the first. Catches the outside corner for a strike.
And Lexi Delaney, she has been pounding the strike zone over the course of the last 2 innings. That pitch on the outer part of the plate, her screwball, it's been very effective along with the curveball that she's been throwing.
The 1-1 to the Jackets catcher. Tapped back into the screen, 1-2. Goodman hitting .269 on the year. 6 doubles and a home run to her name. The 1-2. Nubbed off the end of the bat. It'll stay foul. Scott Hoffman talked about finally making it back to the state championship and what a climb it has been since he took over the program back in 2021, 2022. The 1-2. Soft tapper over to second. Elkins over to Wooten as the first batter is retired.
And for Lexi Delaney, after last inning of the Yellow Jackets plating 3 runs, this is a great response, pounding the strike zone and getting that leadoff hitter out. You want to minimize leadoff hitters getting on base as much as possible.
How important is it after you've given up a larger number in an inning to come right back out in the next inning and get through the order quickly?
Oh, it's huge, and it shows the grittiness that Lexi Delaney has in the circle.
Put into play. Almost the Bermuda's Triangle, but Elkins goes out to make the grab as Harrell is retired on a single pitch. So 2 away here in the bottom of the second inning. That brings up Skylar Sterrett. Sterrett tripled to lead off the bottom of the first inning, then scored on the single by Chloe Ashmead. There's Scott Hoffman down at the third baseline in his 3rd season as the head coach at Sheridan. Spent the 5 seasons prior to that at Batesville as the head coach of the Lady Pioneers.
And to talk about that speed that we just saw last inning from Skylar Sterrett around the base path, she is actually deemed the fastest pitcher in the state. In her track season, she broke the 100-meter sprint record, 11.96 seconds in that 100-meter sprint.
Cindy, for those of us who are not fast, put that into perspective for us.
Okay. You want to be home to home in roughly, like, for a fast runner, around 11 seconds. And so we're talking a 100-meter sprint, just dead sprint on the track. To run that in 11.96 seconds, that is floating.
I will not tell you what my home-to-home time was all those years ago. Sterrett currently down in the count 1-2. That triple back in the first, her 7th of the season. 1-2. Stays high, evens the count at 2-2. Sterrett, just a sophomore. Two on the way. Jones trying to frame it behind the plate, no dice as the count runs full. Two away here in the bottom of the second. Bounces in the turf as Sterrett works a walk.
The plate discipline by Skylar Sterrett, being down in the count and working it back to get the walk. That is also why she is in the one spot. Yes, she's a true triple threat. Yes, she has great barrel control, but the ability to see ball to strike.
Anytime Sterrett is on base, she is a threat to run. 44 stolen bases on the year coming into today. 130 stolen bases on the year for the Yellow Jackets. Shows bunt, pulls back. There goes Sterrett. Throw not in time. She swipes the bag. So impressed with the jump there that Sterrett got.
Let's take another look at this jump. She is already 3 feet off of the base in just one stride. Look at her leg it out. And to grab the outer part of the base and to get her body around it to avoid the tag.
It's especially important here at Forrest Field with the turf plays a little bit differently. You're going to slide differently than you do on dirt.
You've got to start, whenever you slide into the bases, you've got to start way sooner than you would on dirt because you're going to go an extra few feet than what you typically would on dirt.
Ashmead puts it in play, but Elkins is there to collect it. So Sterrett works a 2-out walk, but is stranded on second. It's 3-0 Sheridan after 2 full innings here at Forrest Field. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Baseball and Softball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Civics education empowers us to be well-informed, active citizens and gives us the opportunity to change the world. Our educators have created tools for parents and teachers to help guide and engage children through the civics process during this election year. Discover ways to talk with your child about being a good citizen and how you can explore elections together with resources available at myarkansasPBS.org/civics.
Attention sports enthusiasts, get ready to be amazed by Summerwood Sports Complex, the new state-of-the-art facility in Bryan. Our facility offers up to 4 courts spread across 2 spacious gyms, conveniently located off Interstate 30 in Bryan. Whether you're a team seeking tournament glory or an individual looking to elevate your skills, Summerwood Sports has got you covered. Discover more about our cutting-edge facility and check availability at summerwoodsports.com.
Conway Regional Health System is proud to support, spotlight, and celebrate Arkansas student athletes in Arkansas PBS Sports. Since 1921, Conway Regional Health System has provided complete health care services to the growing communities of North Central Arkansas. For more information, visit conwayregional.org. We head to the top of the 3rd inning. Beebe trailing Sheridan 3-0. Beebe has had runners on in each of the first 2 innings, but has not been able to advance a runner past second. Meanwhile, the Yellow Jackets struck for 3 in the home half of the first inning, jump-started by a leadoff triple off the bat of Skylar Sterrett. First pitch strike to the 9-hole hitter, Allison Elkins, the second baseman. 9-1-2 due up for the Lady Badgers here in the third. Elkins, Wooten, and Phoebe Caldwell. Her sister Frankie is waiting should anybody reach.
In last inning, with the way that Dulaney got in the circle and found a way to fight back from the bottom of the first inning, that shifts the momentum. That should bring some momentum back into the Badgers dugout as they face Callie Kilburn.
Kilburn skips that in the turf. Beebe has not had a leadoff runner yet in this game, as Kilburn doing a nice job of tamping down on the Lady Badgers bats. 2-1. Check swing foul to even the count at 2-2. Beebe's path to the state championship. They topped Greene County Tech 5-2 last year. Greene County Tech, a 2023 state finalist. In the quarters, Beebe beat Mountain Home 3-0 and topped Nettleton 5-1 in the opening round of the bracket. 2-2, swung on and missed. Second strikeout of the day for Callie Kilburn, her second in a row, and there is one away here in the third.
Callie Kilburn continuously utilizing that curveball on the outer part of the plate when she gets ahead in the zone. Let's take another look at this pitch. She's starting out early in the count, climbing the ladder with her low rise, and then she's working lower in the zone once she gets ahead.
That turns the lineup over for Kylie Wooten, who grounded out to second to start off the game. And Wooten takes a called strike on the outside corner from our home plate umpire, Dan Henry. Corby Davison is at first, and Bill Wilson rounds out the umpiring crew over at third. 0-1, off speed, catches the top of the zone. And Kilburn, expect to see her mix that in a little bit more here in the second time through the order.
Absolutely, she's gonna start to sprinkle it in. She did not utilize it much in the first time through the batting order.
0-2, chased up and out. 3 straight strikeouts now for Callie Kilburn.
Her rise ball is hopping. We just saw it in that last pitch that she threw against Wooten. Let's take another look at it. This rise ball starts about at the letters and just expands up and out of the zone.
And Kilburn reminds me a little bit of Robin Heron up at Arkansas, the lefty that throws the rise ball both sides of the plate, has a lot of great upspin.
That is a very good comp right there to Robin Heron.
And that is a very good rise ball there to start off the at-bat to Phoebe Caldwell.
I like seeing that swing by Caldwell early in the count. That's one thing that these Beebe hitters, they've been letting the first pitch strike go by. This time around, we're going to see them attack that first pitch strike more, because that's the best pitch you're going to get against Kilburn. And after that, you're going to have to hit her pitch.
Caldwell singled in the first, was stranded on second. Tap to the left side, foul.
And facing a rise ball pitcher like Kilburn, when she does sprinkle in that rise ball early on in the count, for these Beebe hitters, set your eyesight low, pick your hands up a notch, and work to get to the top half of the ball.
The 0-2, taken high. Kilburn has been able to get 0-2 on 3 of the last 4 batters over the last 2 innings. One-two to Caldwell. Nice patience, good adjustment. We talk so much about adjustments at bat to at bat, but adjustments pitch to pitch are also crucial.
Adjustments are huge. It is everything in this game. The quicker that you can make adjustments, the quicker you are to having that success. And we're seeing it right here in Caldwell's at bat, the adjustment to the rise ball.
Slaps a single through the left side. Phoebe Caldwell 2 for 2 today.
And for Phoebe Caldwell, the adjustment that she made just in that at-bat, it pays off. That's the kind of at-bats that you want to see in your hitters. I know it's what Coach Fleener wants to see. This pitch is up and in. And Caldwell just does a great job of getting her knob inside, getting the barrel out in front, and getting enough of it to drive it through the 5-6 hole.
Two-out single for Caldwell brings Frankie Caldwell to the plate. Sacrificed her sister over in the first inning. First pitch swinging, fouls it back into the screen.
I know one thing that we talk about often is quality at bats, and one fun tidbit on Frankie Caldwell that I was able to dig into is 65% of her at bats this season have gone down as quality at bats. That shows how successful she is in that 3 spot.
The 0-1 takes a ball in the turf. For those who are not familiar with what a quab is, Sydney, why don't you explain that for the rest of the viewing public?
So quality at bat, we're looking after 0-2, 8 pitches after 0-2, drawing a walk, going more than 8 pitches in at bat. A quality at bat can look a lot of different ways. So even if you're not necessarily getting on, putting together quality at bat is what you want.
Floater snagged by Lem. That will end the threat for Beebe in the top of the 3rd inning. Once again, the Lady Badgers get a runner on but cannot bring her around. It is still 3-0 in favor of Sheridan. You are watching the Centennial Bank State Baseball and Softball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
For every moment, for every memory, from that first car to your first home, to your first child, and all the highs and lows that tomorrow might bring. For everything that matters most to you and your family, there's someone right around the corner dedicated to helping you protect what you love. Your local Farm Bureau Insurance agent. Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
Let me take you for a ride on the baseline.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, through their 17 electric distribution cooperatives throughout the state, is proud to support, spotlight, and celebrate Arkansas student athletes and Arkansas PBS Sports. For more information, visit aecc.com. Sheridan holding on to a 3-0 lead as we head to the home half of the 3rd inning. Lem Terry Kilburn due up for the Jackets. Lem reached on an error in the first, was part of that 3-run first inning. Takes the first pitch, ball high.
And that off-speed pitch by Delaney is not missing by much. She is a pitcher that has a 63% first pitch strike rate. She has been pounding the zone, first pitch strike.
The 1-0, that one skips in the turf. 2-0 now to the number 3 hitter for the Yellow Jackets. Sheridan's run through the bracket. They had to play a couple of nail-biters. Their first round matchup was a 8-1 cruise over Van Buren, but a pair of 3-2 wins over Maumelle in the quarters and Valley View as Lem slaps it foul down the 3rd baseline.
Maumelle and Valley View, very good high school teams. And earlier we were talking about players playing on, the next level, having the ability to play in college. And for Mary Lim, she will be going on to play at Mississippi College. It's a D2 school, and so exciting that she's going to be able to play softball at the next level when her time is done being a Yellow Jacket.
Multiple collegiate commits on both sides of the field. The 2-1, off speed swung on as the count now 2-2. Changeup is not something that Delaney has mixed in much yet to this point. 2-2. Right back up the middle, off of Delaney. Squirts away as Mary Lem is on with what I expect they will call a leadoff single. And you see there Delaney saying, "I'm good."
Let's take another look at this, hitting it right back up the middle off of Delaney Shin. Great hustle to still stick with it and try to get the out at first. That's a shot right back up the middle.
The second time in 3 innings that Sheridan has got the leadoff runner on, as Delaney will take a couple of extra seconds, throw a couple of pitches just to make sure. Softball is so often a game of momentum. Does a play like this, Sydney, give anyone an advantage when you have to take even a little bit of an extended break?
Oh, absolutely. And momentum is everything in this game. And like you just stated, getting their leadoff hitter on, statistically, I don't know the exact percentage, but more times than not, when you get the leadoff hitter on, you are going to score. And especially with an offense like Sheridan, finding a way, putting runners in motion, utilizing the small ball, and they've got the power to back it up.
First pitch swinging, Purdon play over to third. Just in time to get Cooper Terry, but Mary Lem is able to move to second, so it won't go down in the books as a sacrifice, but works the same.
And for Frankie Caldwell to stay down on that ball off of turf, the ball is going to bounce. She does a great job of staying down on it and then gunning it over to first base to get the out.
That's an adjustment going from dirt to turf. As a former third baseman, I can speak to that specifically because the dirt is going to stay down after 2 hops. You don't get the big hops that you get on turf.
And that's why it's critical to keep your glove down, keep your body low, and adjust to the hop versus being high and slapping down on it. On turf, it's critical to keep your glove down and adjust to the hop.
First pitch strike to Callie Kilburn. Look at you sounding like a former infielder.
You know, hey, listen, I played infield all the way until I got to college. That's why it's good to be versatile. You don't ever know where you'll play one day.
That one in the turf, bounces away from Jones behind the plate as Lem scampers over to third.
And for Mary Lem, that is a good read at the ball in the dirt, or may I say on the turf. She breaks off of second and just gets such a great read. The second that she reads that, it's down ball.
Semantics, dirt, turf, it's the same thing.
It's all the same. It's softball. It is softball.
Sheridan now 1 away with a runner on third. Callie Kilburn trying to help her own cause. Shows bunt, moves through it, 1-2. I like the aggressive approach, though, by the Jackets.
Oh, they are so aggressive in the box. And just, again, the power and the ability to utilize a small ball. And one thing that Coach Hoffman talked about is he's going to put a lineup together that has a 90% contact rate and above in 1 through 9. They're in that sector of being at a 90% contact rate.
Kilburn set down for the second time today on strikes. 2 away here in the bottom of the third. That was a big pitch there from Lexi Delaney.
Huge pitch by Lexi Delaney with a runner at third and only 1 out. It's the lower half of the zone that is getting the job done.
In stands Mason Wilson. She was hit by a pitch back in the first. Ended up being thrown out at third on the single by Jaden Ashcraft, trying to go first to third in that inning. Takes the first pitch ball outside.
And for Madison Jones behind the plate, that was a really great job getting your body behind it. That's a pitch as a catcher when you're set up at one position and your body has to work away from it.
Lined into center field, it's down, it's going to get to the fence. Lem comes in to score. And Wilson is into second with a 2-out stand-up double. The hits just keep on coming for the Jackets.
And for the Yellow Jackets, it is short and quick to contact, long through extension, finding a way to put the ball in play. And that's what this game is all about. Put the ball in play and see what happens. This is such a great piece of hitting by Wilson. She gets every piece of this pitch, just driving it to right center.
Goes back to the 90% contact rate that Sheridan head coach Scott Hoffman was talking about when he talked about why it's so important to look at contact rate versus average, make the defense play. And that will end the day for Lexi Delaney as Sheridan chases her after 2 2/3 innings. That is going to bring in Jaden Ledford, the righty for the Badgers. We will take a break as Ledford warms up. We'll be back to tell you about the new Lady Badgers pitchers when we return here on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Want to see even more Arkansas stories? Subscribe to Arkansas PBS on YouTube for original productions, extras from your favorite local programs, behind-the-scenes videos, and our exclusive coverage of high school sports. All available on demand and all Arkansas made. Don't miss out on more great Arkansas stories. Subscribe now.
I'll do whatever it takes to protect my family. And part of taking care of them is using a bank that takes care of us. That's why I use Centennial Bank, a strong institution for an uncertain economy. I know them and I trust them. They have a strong financial foundation, which means that my money and our future is never in doubt. Life is busy.
Well, one pitch from Lefford gets Beebe out of the inning, but Sheridan tacks on one more off the bat of Mason Wilson. It is 4-0 Jackets. We head to the top of the fourth. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Baseball and Softball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Arkansas PBS needs to add 2,500 new members by June 30th. If we succeed, we receive a gift of $45,000. We are just over halfway there, but with less than 2 months remaining, we need your help. If you're already a member, thank you. If you're not, your donation moves us one step closer to that $45,000 gift. Visit myarkansaspbs.org and donate today.
For every moment, for every memory, from that first car to your first home, to your first child, and all the highs and lows that tomorrow might bring. For everything that matters most to you and your family, there's someone right around the corner dedicated to helping you protect what you love. Your local Farm Bureau Insurance agent. Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
1, 2, 3, turn up! Whoa. It's going up in here! Let's go!
Support for Arkansas PBS Sports comes from Wendy's. Wendy's Cinnabon Pull-Apart and Vanilla Frosty Cream Cold Brew available today at participating U.S. Wendy's. Top of the fourth inning here in Conway, the Sheridan Yellow Jackets leading the Beebe Lady Badgers 4-0. After adding on one more run in the home half of the third inning, they were able to get to Beebe starter Lexi Delaney as Callie Kilburn back out for her fourth inning of work. First pitch strike delivered to Delaney. Beebe has managed a hit in each of the first 3 innings, has not been able to get a runner past second base. Sheridan playing solid defense behind Kilburn.
And for the Badgers, it's going to be attacking early in the count, not letting that first pitch strike go by. But for Callie Kilburn, it's her low rise, it's the off-speed pitch, and it's the low screw and curve that she's getting at the bottom half of the zone. She's adjusting the Badgers' eye level really precisely.
When you have a pitcher that's adjusting your eye level as a batter, what's the most important adjustment you need to make?
Attacking early, but also, I'm not typically this type of hitter that says this because I was always in yes, 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 no, attacking the first pitch mentality, but it's also picking what half of the zone you're looking to attack.
Delaney goes upstairs, a pop out to Sterrett for the first out of the inning.
And when you see the low rise, you're meeting the ball to where it's going to end up, not where you initially see it out of the hand. So that's why it's pertinent to keep your hands up and work to be above it. When you see that ball lower in the zone, that's when you use your back half and drive your backside to get to the lower half and stay through it. It's making those quick adjustments when you see the pitch's location.
Kilburn goes upstairs for a first pitch strike on the right fielder, Haley Schellenbarger. Schellenbarger popped out to Wilson at first to start things off in the top of the second. The 0-1. Same spot, different result as Schellenbarger able to lay off.
That's a good take, but also a great pitch on the up and in corner.
Sometimes as a hitter, you take a ball that you don't really mean to, and it ends up working out in your favor.
It's the way the game goes.
The softball gods giveth, the softball gods taketh away. It makes no sense sometimes as Schellenbarger fouls it back just over the netting into the bleachers here at Ferris Field.
And we can hear the crowd. The crowd is really locked in and engaged, and that's the type of atmosphere that you want to play in and just feed off of.
You and I were over there about an hour and a half before the game as we see all of the fans in the berm. They were filling in nicely. 1-2, put into play, high out to right field. Tracking under it is Terry. She makes the catch for out number 2. I mean, Cindy, that looks like a collegiate crowd out there.
That is a packed crowd, and it's just, it gives you that adrenaline, and it's so much to feed off of. And just look at the turnout.
This is what we were talking about when we were talking about the rise in popularity of the sport and the rise of the level of the play across the state of Arkansas as a first pitch strike off speed delivered to Haley Faith. It has been a full day of action here on the campus of the University of Central Arkansas. Started at 10 a.m. with 1A baseball, the Taylor Tigers completing a three-peat in baseball before the softball Tigers outdid that, the 7th consecutive state title for Taylor. That is an Arkansas Preps record as that misses high.
The Taylor community is walking away from today with big
pretty
smiles
good, yeah,
on their faces. 7 consecutive, a three-peat. Can't ask for much more than that.
Of course, Beebe took on Taylor earlier this year. That was a 5-3 victory in favor of the Tigers. That one skips in the turf. They count 3-1. Meanwhile, Sheridan, they started the year 19-0 before running into Bryant and Bauxite. That's a walk issued as that one just off the outside corner. So now the Lady Badgers have had a runner on in every inning. That will bring Tatum Howell to the plate. She singled back in the second, was stranded on first as Kilburn got Madison Jones looking to end the inning. Howell pulls back, puts it in play over to the left side. Great play from Sterrett. Cannot get to her feet in time. Did a nice job to just keep that on the infield, but now Beebe with 2 runners on, 2 away here in the top of the 4th.
And for Tatum Howell, that is a perfectly placed slap as Skylar Sterrett was shaded more up the middle. Great barrel control, staying inside of it and just placing it towards shortstop position. And for Skylar Sterrett, that's a heck of a play to keep it in the infield.
Speed doesn't just apply to the base pass for Skylar Sterrett. Does a great job covering ground over there at shortstop. Madison Jones, first pitch, swinging, it's high, but it will hang up in time for Ashmead to make the grab. So Beebe gets 2 on, but Kilburn gets the final out. We head to the home half of the 4th inning. It is still 4-0 in favor of Sheridan. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Baseball and Softball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Vaping costs over $1,500 a year. So if you vape, there goes that new gaming system. Or that new mountain bike. Escape the vape. Learn more about the hazards of vaping at projectpreventar.org.
Attention sports enthusiasts. Get ready to be amazed by Summerwood Sports Complex, the new state-of-the-art facility in Bryan. Our facility offers up to 4 courts spread across 2 spacious gyms, conveniently located off Interstate 30 in Bryan. Whether you're a team seeking tournament glory or an individual looking to elevate your skills, Summerwood Sports has got you covered. Discover more about our cutting-edge facility and check availability at summerwoodsports.com.
Congratulations to our Arkansas PBS All-Star Tori Howard from Greenwood, the senior pitcher. A 4.06 ERA with plans to attend the University of Arkansas Fort Smith and later enter the medical field. Congratulations, Tori Howard.
And that's just so exciting to be able to be that successful on and off of the playing field, going on to do big things academically. We love to see it.
We talk so much about the mental toughness and the mental focus that you have to succeed on the field, but to succeed on the field and in the classroom at that level certainly takes a very special type of athlete.
It takes a very special type of athlete, but it also shows about those athletes who they are as people, just being diligent, focused, organized, all of the things that you get instilled in you as an athlete and then just carrying it over into the classroom.
Goodman, Harrell, and Sterrett due up for Sheridan in the home half of the 4th inning as that one fouled back into the screen. This will be Jordan Lefford's first full inning of work after coming on in relief of Lexi Delaney through just a single pitch in the bottom of the third. 24th appearance of the year as that rise ball climbs the ladder.
And
Quickly,
for
2 strikes.
And for Lefford, she's going to have a different look than Delaney. Right-handed pitcher, she's going to pound the upper half of the zone. The more the hitter chases, the more she's going to climb the ladder with her rise ball. She'll occasionally sprinkle in an off-speed pitch and work east to west.
The 0-2 rise ball fouled away. It was Lefford that started the game on March the 9th against Sheridan, held them to 4 runs before the Lady Badgers brought in Lexi Delaney, and that's where the Yellow Jackets really able to increase that score. They scored 6 runs before they went back to Lefford. So you take a look at that score line, a little lopsided. Both coaches say it's not indicative of the way that first game was played.
Absolutely not. And, you know, Coach Fleener was talking about in that game, like you said, Lefford started, Delaney came in. From that point, Delaney has been starting, then Lefford's been coming in. And Coach Fleener also talked about just the mentality of the team has been different since that game throughout the progression of the season.
1-2 swung on and missed. First batter retired here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
And you know as much as I do, early on in the season, you're still just getting in the groove of things, trying to figure out who you are as a team, who fits where, and then as the season progresses, the pieces of the puzzle get pretty set.
Emma Harrell, the designated player, 0 for 1 today, popped up to the second baseman Elkins in the second. First pitch swinging, laced out to right center field. That ball is down. It is in the gap. Harrell on her way to second, a 1-out double for Emma Harrell.
And for Emma Harrell in the Yellow Jackets, it is just doubles all day long. Let's take a look at this piece of hitting. She gets to her crossover step at the front corner of the box, gets her barrel out in front, and this ball is power slapped like no other.
Of the 6 hits today for Sheridan, 3 have been for extra bases, a triple and a pair of doubles. And once again, the Jackets threatening with a runner in scoring position, only 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th.
I love slappers who can power slap the ball off of the fence.
And they are going to intentionally walk Skylar Sterrett. That will put runners on first and second after Sterrett tripled and scored in the first and walked and stole a base in the second. You like the decision to pitch her on Sterrett? Or I guess tell the umpire to put her on first. There's no pitches actually thrown.
Put her on first. I'm gonna presume that Lefford's going to pitch away from Ashmead to try to get a ground ball to the left side of the field. That's what I'm presuming there, but with what Skylar Sterrett has done offensively, putting her on and trying to get the lead runner out, can understand that.
Force a ground ball over to the left side of the field, maybe get an easy pop-up on the infield, invoke an infield fly.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is a possibility with a rise ball pitcher. Tend to have more outs via the air than they do on the ground. But Ashmead is 1 for 2. Takes a called strike there, 1-1. Ashmead came into today hitting .407 on the year, raised that average back in the first inning. Does have 22 RBI on the year as well. Lifted, foul, out of play.
And something that we're seeing from Sterrett, Ashmead, and then Harrell at the bottom of the lineup, early on in their at-bats, they are standing in, swinging away. They moved their feet in motion, somewhat trying to do more of short game. But right here, we're seeing all 3 hitters stand in, outside of Sterrett being walked. But we're seeing them put their feet in motion and trying to power slap in their at-bats.
Ashmead lets that one run high to even the count at 2-2. And Cindy, you know, as a lefty, it's important to have different tools in your toolbox when it comes to power slaps, soft slaps, stand away. And it also depends on the situation in the defense. 2-2, lifted into shallow left field. Faith coming on to make the grab. And 2 away.
And for Lefford, this is a solid pitch up and in on the hands of Ashmead. She gets her barrel underneath it, lifting it to left field to Haley Faith to get the out.
Now Beebe will have to contend with Mary Lem, who has been on base both times today. She reached via an error in the first, came around to score, and then singled and scored back in the third. First pitch stays high. Lem so dangerous in the 3-hole, 571. One of two batters in the lineup here, hitting nearly 600 on the season, 12 doubles, 45 RBI. Those were the numbers coming into the state final. 1-0. That was a hack by Mary Lem.
That was a huge swing by Lem. But the rise ball by Lefford, she is just continuing to climb the ladder. Her rise ball has such tight spin. It's a game of inches, though. Lem was just an inch away from making contact with that pitch.
The 1-1 goes after the rise ball again, 1-2. That's why the old joke is, what is a rise ball that doesn't rise? It's a home run, because a ball that stays in the zone on the rise is so easy to elevate, especially for hitters of this caliber. Just underneath that was Lem. 1-2. Goes after it again, fouls it back.
And Lem's working hard with her hands. She's working to get above it, but Lefford's she's getting underneath the barrels.
If you're a Lefford, do you change the eye level here, or do you keep going back to the rise?
I'd go back to the rise until they prove differently, but with how good Lem is offensively, could be a toss-up.
The 1-2, off speed, hammered, but it hangs up to right as Lem with a loud out to Schellenbarger. Sheridan able to get 2 on. Lefford able to work out of the jam. We go to the 5th inning. It is 4-0 Sheridan. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Softball and Baseball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
When you choose Conway Regional, you're choosing a healthcare partner rooted in your community. With 9 primary care locations in 5 counties, we believe in building lasting relationships centered on trust and personalized care. Let our family care for yours.
Looks like we have some new help in the marketing department.
Action! Hi, I'm Susie Everett with Everett Buick GMC. I think you need to work on your line better. How about you do it? Family owned, customer friendly. Family owned, no friendly. Come see us at Everett Buick GMC, I-30 at Alcoa exit. Buckle up, everybody!
1, 2, 3, turn up! Whoa. What's going on in here? Let's go!
Nearly 1,500 fans in attendance here at Ferris Field. The Sheridan Yellow Jackets have given their faithful something to cheer about as they lead 4-0 in the top of the 5th inning. Here's how the game has played out.
And Skylar Sterrett starting things off, doing what she does best, legging it out for a triple to get things started for the Yellow Jackets. And how about this soft slap to the right side by Ashmead to score Sterrett from third. And this ball that's driven up the middle by Ashcraft, finding a way to drive in more runs. It is just the run production that keeps on giving. 3rd inning, this is a huge hit back at Delaney. Rollover ground ball that just doesn't stick. They're finding ways to move runners across, put runners in motion, and that last swing was a double off of the right center field wall by Harrell.
4-0 in favor of the Jackets as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Sheridan looking to capture their first state title since 2019, the last of a 4 straight championship run. First pitch strike to Allison Elkins. It's Elkins, Wooten, and Caldwell due up for the Lady Badgers here in the top of the 5th.
And for Sheridan, they have stepped in and they've made the big moments count. They've done the small things right, and when they get runners in scoring position, they've stepped up with those clutch hits.
Elkins 0 for 1 today, struck out to lead off the 3rd. Takes a called strike there, 1-2. Beebe has had runners on in every inning. They've been able to get a hit in every single inning. Last inning, 2 runners on. They've left 2 runners in scoring position tonight. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Another strikeout for Callie Kilburn, one away in the 5th inning.
And Kilburn racking up her 4th K of the night. This low rise ball gets under the barrel of Elkins. Big strikeout to start the top of the 5th inning.
Turns over the lineup for Kylie Wooten, the first baseman. 0 for 2 today, a ground out and a strikeout back in the 3rd. Fouled away down the right field line. The 0-1. Off speed, hangs up. It'll stay on the infield. Lem over to make the catch. Two retired here in the top of the 5th inning. That will bring Phoebe Caldwell to the plate. Caldwell, a lot of success today against Callie Kilburn, a pair of singles. As we take a look at that last pop-up by Wooten. First pitch, rise ball, taken for a ball by Caldwell. Caldwell singled in the 1st, was stranded on 2nd. Swings through the offering there, singled and was stranded on 1st, back in the 3rd.
And for Caldwell, she has had quality at bats. From her first 2 at bats now to her 3rd, she's been very disciplined with Kilburn's rise ball, laying off of it and making contact, forcing Kilburn to bring it lower in the zone.
Goes over the rise ball there, and the 1-2. As Kilburn quickly working now here in the 5th inning, as Sheridan inching closer to that title. One, two. Flared, touches green, and it's a 3 for 3 day for Phoebe Caldwell.
Have a day, Phoebe Caldwell. She is short and quick to contact, finding a way to get the job done, and all 3 of her at-bats. This ball is on the outer part of the plate. She enables it to get deep into the strike zone, staying through it, driving it to right center field.
Caldwell really utilizing all fields. Her first 2 hits were to the left side. That one dropped in right center.
And to be successful at the plate, being able to hit both sides of the plate effectively, that's what Phoebe Caldwell does so well. She hits both sides of the plate effectively.
It's really something that's important for younger players to learn, because the adjustment really tough to make once you get to the collegiate level.
Absolutely, and a lot of times we see young hitters that are very pull happy, want to pull everything to the left side, or left-handed hitters to the right side of the field.
Pulled over to the left side. Lem collects it over to first in time. And once again, Phoebe Caldwell stranded on the bases. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It is a 4-run lead for the Sheridan Yellow Jackets. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Baseball and Softball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Many people will experience orthopedic or spine issues in their lifetime, and the pain that goes along with that can make you feel, well, like a shadow of yourself. At the new Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, we're dedicated to providing Arkansans with a brighter future they deserve.
After years of dealing with extreme pain, thanks to visiting UAMS Health, I'm able to do things physically that I never thought I'd be able to do again.
Choose UAMS Health for a better state of health.
I need you to see something. So pleased to hear that.
Finally, some good news. Some people spend a lifetime trying to find someone like you.
This is a future we are more than happy to embrace.
I've never felt a love so strong in my entire life.
I promise you, this is something that they're not going to be able to ignore.
We loved it.
Southern Loft is a proud supporter of Arkansas PBS Sports and our Arkansas student athletes. Located at 3155 North College Avenue, Suite 102 in Fayetteville, Southern Loft. A different kind of furniture store. For more information, visit mysouthernloft.com. 4-0 Sheridan as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be Terry, Kilburn, and Wilson due up for the Yellow Jackets. Jaden Ashcraft is waiting should anybody reach. Sheridan was able to touch up Beebe for 3 runs in the bottom of the 1st. They added an extra in the bottom of the 3rd inning. First pitch strike to Cooper Terry. Terry 0 for 2 today, a couple of ground outs. Rise ball stays upstairs. Lefford coming on in relief for the starter, Lexi Delaney for Beebe back in the 3rd inning. The final stat line on Delaney, 2 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs. Lifted out to center field, tracking back. Underneath it is Howell to make the catch. Delaney issued 1 walk, struck out 2. As there is 1 away here in the 5th inning. Callie Kilburn coming to the plate. A pair of strikeouts for the Sheridan starter. First pitch ball. And this is a Sheridan team, Sydney, that was perhaps stunned by their 3-2 loss against Bauxite back on April the 18th. That was the last time the Yellow Jackets dropped a contest, as that is tapped back to the pitcher. Lefford had to recollect it, does get it over to first in time for the 2nd out. But Scott Hoffman said that he thought losing to Bauxite woke this program up a little bit. They started the year 19-0. They did lose to Bryant 8-6 in a game in which they were leading. But the Bauxite one a little bit surprising and maybe a little bit of a wake-up call that we need to actually focus back in here if we do want to realize our goal of making it to the state championship.
Absolutely, and when you go on a winning streak of that many games and then you face a team like Bauxite and you get stunned, it just makes you wake up and realize, okay, we can't get too complacent in the way that we're playing and what we're doing. We do have to stay on our toes, and we do have to keep being in attack mode, which, I mean, it is very easy to do that.
Since that loss back on April the 18th, the Yellow Jackets have won 8 consecutive games, trying to make it 9 and capping it off with a state championship tonight. Stays high. Mason Wilson 1 for 1, was hit by a pitch in the 1st, doubled back in the 3rd. Off speed, tap foul.
We talked about earlier hitters making offensive adjustments. One thing about Lefford is in this inning, the inning prior, she really utilized her rise ball. This inning, she's made the adjustment to work lower in the zone and really mix in her off-speed pitch more consistently.
The 1-2 goes back upstairs, lifted, it will stay in play. In and out of the glove of Caldwell. But since it was touched in foul territory, it will be a foul ball. Wilson will live to see another pitch.
And those are the kind of defensive plays that you want to make sure that you secure when it's foul balls and foul territory in the air. Let's take another look at this. This ball is lifted down the left field line. An initial really good jump by Caldwell. Just needed to get her body a little bit more underneath it.
Reaching for it and tapped over to second is Wilson, so she is retired. 1-2-3 inning for Lefford. Beebe going to need to mount an offensive comeback as we head to the 6th. The Lady Badgers trail by 4. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Baseball and Softball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
It's prime time on your time. Get more of your primetime favorites each weekday starting at 1:30 following our PBS Kids programs. Catch up on all the programs you love, including Exploring Arkansas, Nature, Antiques Roadshow, Arkansas Week, British Favorites, Mysteries, and more, beginning at 1:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. See the full schedule and all the ways to watch at myarkansaspbs.org/watch.
This month in Passport on the PBS app.
There's this extraterrestrial quality to sperm whales.
Join me, and together we'll turn back the pages of Earth's past to reveal the amazing wonders beneath our feet.
There's a lot more going on behind the scenes than you might expect.
These and other shows from Arkansas PBS are available with Passport on the PBS app.
1, 2, 3, turn up! Whoa. What's going on in here? Let's go!
Legion Scaffold is a proud supporter of Arkansas PBS Sports, located at 1021 Hemlock Street in North Little Rock. Visit legionscaffold.com for more information. The Beebe Lady Badgers down to their final 6 outs here in the 5A state championship. Delaney, Schellenbarger, and Faith due up for Beebe. A check swing from Lexi Delaney to start things off. They will check down with a third base umpire, Bill Wilson. He says, yes, indeed, she swung.
And one thing that Coach Fleener talked about throughout the progression of this season is winning the days and winning the opportunities within those days and inching closer to the 7th inning, being down to their final 6 outs. This is the time to win the opportunity.
Cue-balled foul down the third base side. Delaney 0 for 2 today, grounded out to end the first and popped out to lead things off in the 4th. Lifted, just foul, as that was tailing towards the wall out in left field. It's been a good day inside the circle for Sheridan starter Callie Kilburn. Over 5 complete innings, she scattered 5 hits, walked just 1, struck out 4. Just 72 pitches. So it's been an efficient outing for Kilburn. Gets Delaney swinging through the rise ball for out number 1.
And for her 5th strikeout of the day, Kilburn has just allowed her defense to play behind her, in which her defense has played so solid behind her. Let's take a look at this rise ball. Again, just climbing the ladder, getting underneath the hands of Delaney. That up and out rise ball as a left-handed hitter. You've got to let it get deep, and you've got to keep your barrel on it.
That brings up Haley Schellenbarger, 0 for 2, pop out and a fly out. First pitch swinging through the drop. Oh-1 stays upstairs, evens the count.
And for Kilburn, she has the speed to back it up, but her pitches are so spinny, and it's the effectiveness as it stays through the heart of the zone to drop down, to rise up. She's able to throw her pitches on different planes.
Fouled back into the banner behind the plate. We have this conversation often as a pitcher, what's more important, speed or location? Ideally, you would love to have both, but location, the more important of the two, because good hitters can catch up to speed.
Absolutely. Good hitters can catch up to speed all day, 65, 70 miles an hour, 70 plus. You can catch up to it. It's when you're facing a pitcher that has spectacular command and has the movement, that's when it's difficult.
Maybe with the exception of Tennessee's Carlin Pickens. It's coming at you at 74, maybe a little bit of a different issue.
It's a little bit different, but spinny pitching that hops through the strike zone is way harder to adjust to.
And Kilburn wanted the called strike, will not get it. 2-2. Kilburn will regularly pump it in 61-62. She can get it up to the lower mid-60s, but she is at her best when she is moving those pitches in that lower velocity. 2-2. Strike 3. Make it 6 Ks now for Kilburn.
And tonight, I'm going to take a guess and say she is sitting in the mid-60s. She has got some oomph behind those pitches. Let's take another look at this pitch. It's just the rise ball again, and it doesn't break until right about a foot in front of the plate. It's not an early rising rise ball. It is a very late breaking rise ball.
First pitch fouled away, and it makes a difference as a batter whether or not it's an early break or a late break in terms of how you read it out of the hand.
Absolutely. When you're facing a pitcher that has an early breaking rise ball, it's easy all day long to take it for a ball. But with Kilburn having such a late breaking rise ball, to adjust your barrel to get on top of it, it's made it very difficult tonight for the Badger hitters.
0-1. Off speed just misses the outside, says Henry. Go back to the velocity. You said Kilburn has a little extra oomph. The adrenaline of playing in the state final will do that for you.
It will, and the environment.
The 1-1. The official tally, 1,451 in attendance here at Ferris Field at Natalie Schock Stadium tonight.
The game is evolving. It has evolved.
Let me tell you, when I called the first Arkansas UCA game here at Ferris Field back in 2021, that's what the berm looked like for that game. The 1-2. Strike out the side. Callie Kilburn, 4 Ks on the day for the Yellow Jackets hurler. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Her team has given her a 4-run lead. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Baseball and Softball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
For almost 50 years, viewers have turned to the PBS NewsHour for fact-based journalism and solid, reliable reporting that has made the PBS NewsHour the most respected news program on television. You can join others in helping to ensure that vital, trusted news and information is available on PBS for years to come by making a gift to this station through your will, trust, or retirement plan today.
Arkansas PBS needs to add 2,500 new members by June 30th. If we succeed, we receive a gift of $45,000. We are just over halfway there, but with less than 2 months remaining, we need your help. If you're already a member, thank you. If you're not, your donation moves us one step closer to that $45,000 gift. Visit myarkansaspbs.org and donate today.
Let me take you for a ride on the baseline.
As the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for Razorback Athletics, UAMS Health provides orthopedic care, sports medicine expertise, therapy, and support to athletic programs, organizations, and events across the state. UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine with conveniently located clinics in Central and Northwest Arkansas. 4-0 Sheridan here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ashcraft, Goodman, and Harold do up as Ashcraft laces it off the fence in left. A leadoff double for Jaden Ashcraft. She has had herself a day. A single and a double, plus an RBI as Sheridan getting things started again.
Jaden Ashcraft seeing the ball well. This pitch is up and in. She attacks first pitch strike and drives it off the left field fence. She's seeing the ball well. She's short and quick to contact, and she's finding a way to drive the ball time and time again.
Ashcraft with a leadoff double. It's the 3rd time in 6 innings that the Yellow Jackets have gotten the leadoff batter on. Goodman stepping to the plate, lays down the bunt. It's a beauty. Only play over to first. Elkins does get the foot. Goodman does her job as Ashcraft moves to 3rd.
And to talk about the doubles, Dorian, going into this game, 58 doubles on the season for the Yellow Jackets.
3 doubles in the game today and a triple for the Yellow Jackets. 4 of the 7 hits have gone for extra bases. And this was a game coming in that felt like it was going to be a matchup of pitching versus hitting in terms of one of the best duos in the state versus this powerful Sheridan offense. Typically, Sydney, you and I talked before the broadcast, you would give the edge to the pitchers because they know what they're going to throw. They don't have to throw the batter's strikes, and typically good pitching can neutralize good hitting. But Sheridan, they have been a powerhouse tonight. What's impressed you the most?
What's impressed me the most is their aggressive swings, attacking early in the count, getting runners on base, and then stepping in the box and finding a way to drive the ball in the gaps to score runs.
Getting a gift there, it kicks away. Ashcraft comes in to score on the wild pitch, make it 5-0 in favor of the Jackets. They're starting to feel it now.
And let's take another look at this wild pitch on the outer part of the plate that Madison Jones is just not able to stay behind. Really good read by Jaden Ashcraft.
Lifted foul and out of play.
And to go back to your question, Dorian, they've been aggressive with every swing that they've taken, but they've been intentional with every pitch that they've taken and that they've swung at. The intent that they've had at the plate, pitch to pitch, is what has impressed me the most.
That's such an important part of hitting because it's not just going up there free swinging, it's going up there with a plan about what you're going to attack. Is the 1-1. Line to right center, but what a grab by Schellenbarger coming on to make the catch.
For Schellenbarger, that is a huge catch as that line drive is diving down towards the ground. Harrell gets on top of that pitch. All smiles from Schellenbarger.
Skylar Sterrett stepping to the plate, 2 for 2 today, or rather 1 for 1, an intentional walk in her last at bat.
This kid is just a sophomore, and she is going to do big things on the next level. I just know it.
The first pitch ball low and away. And this is a Sheridan program that felt that last year was finally their time to reascend to the mountain of Arkansas High School State softball. Were ravaged by injuries. Cooper Terry and Callie Kilburn. Kilburn having surgery last year, just didn't have the health that they needed to make the run through the postseason, still gritted their way to the quarterfinals, but they've come out this year and felt like their mission was to make it back after not being able to get there in 2023.
And injuries are part of it. It happens, but the grittiness of this team, and it all starts with Skylar Sterrett setting the tone at the top of the lineup.
Sterrett catches the pitch in the hand. She is on for the 4th time today. Triple walk, intentional walk, hit by pitch.
And I'll say, given the season that they had last year with the injuries and just the way that the progression of the season went, this game just means that much more to this core group that has returned a lot of players from last year's team.
Well, make no mistake, this matchup also meant a lot. This game meant a lot to the Beebe Lady Badgers, to head coach Sarah Fleener, who was a member of both the 2005 and 2007 teams that made it to the state title game. And we talked to her about what it meant, and she said, it doesn't mean so much for me, but it means so much for the community, for the people that started softball in Beebe, as Sterrett stays put.
And there's so much history with the Beebe program and how close-knit the program has been all of the years. You know, her dad, he was the coach of Beebe, Terry Fleener, for so many years and was so successful. Coach Billy Tucker, I actually played for Coach Tucker when I was younger, not for Beebe, but when I was younger playing for Beebe Blast. But those are two great coaches that just throughout the progression of the program got it to where it's gotten. And then for Fleener to be able to get the program to where it's at today is very impressive.
Sterrett in with her 2nd stolen base of the game. Terry Fleener in attendance tonight, one of the nearly 1,500 fans that have made the trip here to Conway.
And what a special moment between a dad and daughter coaching for the same high school, carrying on that legacy. It's very, very rare, very unique. And let's take this Take a look at this jump by Skylar Steert. She just is so fast between first to second. The jump that she gets, she does run track, so she is used to the whole sprinter start, getting a good jump.
Sliced foul down the left field line.
But as you know and I both know, first steps in this game are everything. On the base path, defensively, out of the batter's box, a good aggressive first step makes the difference.
1-2 to Chloe Ashmead, the center fielder. Singled and scored in the first, pop out and fly out in the second and the fourth. One, two, off speed, swung on and missed. It was caught in the glove, confirmed by Dan Henry. That ends the inning as Sterrett is stranded on second. We head to the top of the seventh inning. Beebe needs 5 runs to keep their season alive. It is 5-0 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Baseball and Softball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Sustaining membership is an easy, convenient, and affordable way for you to support the programs you love on Arkansas PBS. Sustaining members make an ongoing monthly contribution from either their checking account or credit card. Simply choose the monthly amount that fits your budget, and then call or go online and we'll set it up for you. Your donation will happen automatically each month, so your support will always be current. Need to make a change to your monthly gift? Just call or email us. You're always in control. Knowing we can count on a certain amount of revenue each month helps Arkansas PBS better plan for the future. Call or go online to start your sustaining membership right now.
Want to see even more Arkansas stories? Subscribe to Arkansas PBS on YouTube for original productions, extras from your favorite local programs, behind-the-scenes videos, and our exclusive coverage of high school sports. All available on demand and all Arkansas made. Don't miss out on more great Arkansas stories. Subscribe now.
1, 2, 3, turn it up! Whoa. What's going on, man? Let's go!
For a copy of any of the state championship games, go to mnmproductions.net to place your order. Sheridan holding on to a 5-run lead in the top of the 7th inning. Beebe down to their final 3 outs. Tatum Howell, Madison Jones, and Allison Elkins due up for the Lady Badgers, and Kylie Wooten would be up should anyone reach. First pitch, ball low to Howell, who is 2 for 2 today with a pair of singles.
And that pitch is not missing by much, being painted on the outer part of the plate. And Tatum Howell, she has been so consistent in her at-bats thus far today.
Tapped over to the left side, sneaks through, Sterrett has an arm, but not in time as Howell reaches for the 3rd time today.
And that is exactly how you want to start off the top of the 7th inning. Howell legging it out, finding a way to get the leadoff hitter on base. Let's take a look at this chop slap. It's a low chop slap that she gets her barrel on top of, driving it into the ground. Solid piece of slapping.
So much of being a short game specialist is also being able to read the defense and using the ground in your favor. That's a big adjustment. We talked about the dirt versus turf when it comes to fielding defensively, but that's a big adjustment as well when you're a short game specialist.
Oh, absolutely. On this turf, you could have a field day as a slapper. And Howell just displayed such great barrel control as Lim was a little bit back towards the third base bag. Sterrett was shaded up the middle. She placed it so perfectly in that triangle between Kilburn, Lim, and Sterrett.
Conversation behind the plate as we will have a pitch runner,
number 10, Caitlin Bergen.
Or rather a pinch hitter. It is number 10. First pitch outside. So Jones was 0 for 2. Swung on and missed. A ball high to Caitlin Bergen, who is the pinch hitter. Bergen hitting 200 on the year. Has 10 hits in 50 at-bats. 2-1, fouled away.
And one thing that is not talked about enough is pinch hitting. Pinch hitting is an art in itself, especially in a game where you're down to your last 3 outs with the runner at first. It is a pressurous position to be in.
Good take there for Bergen as she works the count full. So Beebe trying to string together some base runners to keep their season alive. 3-2, swung on and missed. Snap throw back to first, not in time. As the pinch hitter Bergen retired via strikes. That is 8 Ks now for Callie Kilburn.
Kilburn just racking up the Ks. And it's all brought to the fact that it's her rise ball.
Allison Elkins. A pair of strikeouts today for the Badgers' second baseman. First pitch swinging. Rise ball again from Kilburn. If you're Beebe, you have to expect to see here a steady diet of rise balls as Sheridan closes in on that potential state championship.
She's going to continue to go to that pitch as it has been so effective tonight. And for Beebe, down to your final 2 outs, it's just stringing together base hit after base hit. The thought process is not home runs, not gap-to-gap shots. It is taking it 1 base at a time.
There's no such thing as a 6-run hit. You have to have base runners right now if you're Beebe. The count 1-1 to Elkins. Tatum Howell led off the inning with a single. Is a big swing from Elkins, and it's 1-2.
And for Kilburn, she will be furthering her playing career at OBU, and what a dandy OBU will be getting in Callie Kilburn.
The 1-2, taken on the outside corner. 2-2. That's a tough ball to take.
Especially on a 1-2 count, but for Elkins, just missing about an inch off of the plate, it'll go her way.
It's a good eye from Elkins, more patient in this at bat. The 2-2, swung on and missed. Kilburn continuing to mow through the Lady Badgers, and now Sheridan 1 out away from a state title.
Let's take another look at this pitch by Kilburn, just racking up yet another K, her 9th of the night. It is the low rise that is so deceptive. Starts at the midway point and just gets right underneath the hands of Elkins.
Kylie Wooten standing in 0 for 3 on the day and takes the first pitch strike. Wooten is grounded out, struck out, and popped out. A 100 total pitches tonight for Callie Kilburn.
Please stay off the fence, please, off the fence. And a reminder, there's a nice game, please, and not come onto the field.
We have to have an announcement here at Ferris Field as the Sheridan fans preparing to potentially rush the field.
It's looking like it's going to get rushed. We've got some exciting fans down the left field line.
And now we've got some security down the left field line as well, trying to tamp down on the Yellow Jackets' excitedness for the moment being.
Gotta love the passion.
Misses just outside, 1-1. Fouled away, and now Beebe down to their final strike. Tatum Howe standing on first after she led off the inning with a single. Sarah Fleener having to take a moment to comfort her first baseman. And Sydney, you and I know, especially for these seniors on both of these teams, this moment can be filled with emotion regardless of what side that you're on.
There's so much emotion, and coming down to what is your last game of your playing career in high school, and just all of the memories and the moments that you experience throughout time with your teammates and coaching staff. And it's all about what you do out on the field, but it's really about the memories that you create off of it.
And a round of applause for Wooten as she steps back into the box. The 1-2. Fouled off down the right field line.
And you can just feel it with what she's putting into this at bat. You can feel it.
One, two. Again, line to the right side. Wooten hanging tough. Third state championship appearance for Beebe. They dropped a pair 2-1 decisions in 2005 and 2007. The 1-2. Nice adjustment there on the off speed for Wooten.
Wooten's been making adjustments throughout the progression of this entire game, adjusting the off-speed pitch, getting a piece of it to keep the bat at live. This is a quality at bat here going deep into the count.
Sheridan, 4 straight state titles from 2016 to 2019. And Wooten spoils the party once again. 4 straight foul balls off the bat of Kylie Wooten. Wooten, the Lady Badgers' best hitter, digging in 1-2. 5 straight. An absolute battle here trying to extend Beebe's season.
And this is the kind of at bat it takes to extend the season, to keep things going. Again, like we said, it's taking one hit at a time, base to base.
The 1-2. Again, Wooten able to foul it off. Wooten continuing to battle. This will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat. 1-2. Off speed, swung on and missed. It's in the turf. Down to first. And for the first time since 2019, Sheridan are the state champions.
And the excitement and the dog pile for Sheridan, the excitement, Callie Kilburn racking up so many strikeouts throughout the night. She was so solid in the circle and offensively 1 through 9. Just the offensive production with the extra base hits, the stolen bases, the big time clutch hits and the big time moments. It's what capped off this win for Sheridan.
6 of the last outs for Sheridan were recorded via the strikeout. 10 total Ks for Callie Kilburn on the night as Sheridan puts together a complete performance. The Yellow Jackets capture the 5A state championship. Don't go anywhere. We will be back with the trophy presentation from Ferris Field. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Baseball and Softball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
Looks like we have some new help in the marketing department.
Action! Hi, I'm Susie Everett with Everett Buick GMC. I think you need to work on your line better. How about you do it? Family owned, customer friendly. Family owned, no friendly. Come see us at Everett Buick GMC, I-30 at Alcoa exit. Buckle up, everybody!
When you choose Conway Regional, you're choosing a healthcare partner rooted in your community. With 9 primary care locations in 5 counties, we believe in building lasting relationships centered on trust and personalized care. Let our family care for yours.
For every moment, for every memory, from that first car, to your first home, to your first child, and all the highs and lows that tomorrow might bring. For everything that matters most to you and your family, there's someone right around the corner dedicated to helping you protect what you love. Your local Farm Bureau Insurance agent. Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
Southern Loft is a proud sponsor of Arkansas PBS. It is our mission to tell your story by adding color with our furniture. And that's why Southern Loft is a different kind of furniture store. For more information, go to mysouthernloft.com.
I'll do whatever it takes to protect my family, and part of taking care of them is using a bank that takes care of us. That's why I use Centennial Bank, a strong institution for an uncertain economy. I know them and I trust them. They have a strong financial foundation, which means that my money and our future is never in doubt. Life is busy, and there's plenty of things to worry about. My bank isn't one of them.
Centennial Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At the new Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, we're dedicated to providing Arkansans with a brighter future they deserve.
Thanks to UAMS Health, I'm now pain-free, and I'm planning my next big trip.
Vaping costs over $1,500 a year. So if you vape, there goes that new gaming system. Or that new mountain bike. Escape the vape. Learn more about the hazards of vaping at projectpreventar.org.
Attention sports enthusiasts, get ready to be amazed by Summerwood Sports Complex, the new state-of-the-art facility in Bryan. Our facility offers up to 4 courts spread across 2 spacious gyms, conveniently located off Interstate 30 in Bryan. Whether you're a team seeking tournament glory or an individual looking to elevate your skills, Summerwood Sports has got you covered. Discover more about our cutting-edge facility and check availability at summerwoodsports.com.
We never gonna stop.
Welcome back to Ferris Field at Natalie Shock Stadium, where Sheridan goes out the way they came in, dancing, as the Yellow Jackets are the 5A state champions behind a 10-strikeout performance by Callie Kilburn.
Exciting win for Coach Hoffman and his team. Callie Kilburn, her arsenal tonight with the rise ball off speed pitch, her screw and curve was just lethal. And offensively, Skylar Starrett at the 1 spot, she just sets the tone for the offense. And the run production from Ashcraft, from Terry, from Ashmead, just 1 through 9, they got the job done.
And it started early on in the bottom of the first inning for Sheridan, as the player of the game is indeed Callie Kilburn, and there is Scarrett starting things off with the leadoff triple. She would come around to score on the single by Chloe Ashmead.
And then for Ashmead with this soft slap to the right side of the field, just good situational hitting to get the first run across. And then Jaden Ashcraft with the 2 RBI single to drive in more runs. It was in the 3rd inning that we saw a huge swing back up the middle off the shin of Delaney. The rollover ground ball just not able to stick with it by Caldwell. And it was this swing right here by Wilson that plated more runs off of the right center field gap. And it was in the 4th inning. Back to the 6th inning. It was all for Kilburn that just found a way in the circle to get the job done. And then the double by Harrell just capped off the win. And then let's take a look at that pitch by Lefford. And then Kilburn striking out to finalize the game.
Sheridan able to chase Beebe starter Lexi Delaney after just 2 2/3 innings, as it was an offensive onslaught from start to finish for the Yellow Jackets here in Conway. Mission complete for the Sheridan Yellow Jackets. They recapture the title for the first time since 2019. So for Sydney Parley and our entire Arkansas PBS crew here in Conway, I'm Dorian Kraft saying so long from Ferris Field at Natalie Shock Stadium, where the final score is Sheridan 5, Beebe 0. Make sure to join us tomorrow starting at 10 a.m. for the 4A Softball Championship between Pea Ridge and Farmington.